हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आप सबका स्वागत है आपके अपने चैनल इंग्लिश वोकैबलरी पर। सो टुडे वी विल लर्न सम मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट वोकैबलरी ऑफ द डे। सो फ्रेंड्स, अगर आप इस चैनल पर पहली बार विज़िट कर रहे हैं तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर से कर लें, बिकॉज़ यहाँ पर आपको इंग्लिश और वोकैबलरी से रिलेटेड बहुत ही यूज़फुल वीडियोस मिलने वाली हैं। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं। क्लेम इज़ अ नाउन। क्लेम इज़ अ नाउन विच मीन्स दावा। Claim is a noun which means dawa, assertion, statement, accusation, declaration, allegation is called claim. Claim, assertion, statement, accusation, declaration, allegation means dawa. Claim. Next, instance. Instance is a noun which means example, घटना, उदाहरण. Example, occasion, occurrence, case, representative case. Representative case, case, occurrence, occasion, example is called instance. Instance, for instance, like for instance, उदाहरण के तौर पर. Next, remand. Remand is a noun which means कैद पर मुकदमा शुरू होने कैदी पर मुकदमा शुरू होने से पहले का समय is called remand. Remand, the time before the prisoner's trial takes place is called remand. The time before a prisoner's trial takes place is called remand. Next, spokesman. Spokesman is a noun which means a person who is choose to speak for a group or an organization is called spokesman. Spokesman is a noun here which means a person who is choose to speak for a group or an organization is called spokesman. Pravakta. Spokesman, pravakta. Next, apparently. Apparently is an adverb which means seemingly. Apparently is an adjective here which means seemingly. Evidently, it seems. Obviously, it seems. Evidently, seemingly is called apparently. मीन्स प्रत्यक्ष रूप से apparently, seemingly, evidently, obviously. Next, aftermath. Aftermath is a noun here which means consequences, effect. Aftermath means durparinam. Aftermath means durparinam, consequences, effect, outcome of a significant unpleasant event is called aftermath. Aftermath means dushparinam. Next, collapse. Collapse is a noun here which means breakdown. Collapse means dehna. Breakdown, ruin, fall down, breakdown, fall, downfall, breakdown is called collapse. Next, fabulous. Fabulous is an adjective here which means shandar. Fabulous means excellent, wonderful, magnificent, wonderful, marvelous, excellent, wonderful, magnificent is called fabulous. Fabulous means shandar, fabulous. Next, renovation. Renovation is a noun here which means revamp. Renovation is a noun here which means revamp. Revamp, overhaul. Overhaul, restoration. Restoration, overhaul, revamp. Renovation. Renovation, transformation. Renovation means transformation, restoration, revamp, overhaul. Reconstruction. Reconstruction is called renovation. Renovation means murammat. Next, facilitate. Facilities. Facilities is a noun here which means the buildings or equipment services provided for a particular purpose is called facilities. Facilities is a noun here which means the buildings, equipment and services provided for a particular purpose is called facilities. Next, in contrast to. In contrast to is a phrase. In contrast to is a phrase here which means ke viparit. Contrary to, in opposition to, by comparison with. By comparison with, opposed to. Opposed to, by comparison with, in opposition to, contrary to is called in contrast to, viparit. Next, promoter. Promoter is a noun here which means an individual or organization. An individual or organization that helps raise money for some investment activity is called promoter. Promoter, an individual or organization that helps raise money for some investment activity. Next, executive. Executive is a noun here which means कार्यकारी अधिकारी, प्रबंधक. Prabandhak, executive. A person who has an important position as a manager of a business or organization is called executive. Executive, a person who has an important position as a manager of a business or an organization is called executive. Next, striking. Striking is an adjective here. Striking is an adjective here which means noticeable, obvious, conspicuous, significant, remarkable, extraordinary. Extraordinary means उल्लेखनीय. उल्लेखनीय, striking. Striking is an adjective here which means उल्लेखनीय, noticeable, obvious, conspicuous, significant, remarkable, extraordinary. Next, negligence. Negligence is a noun here which means लापरवाही. Negligence. Negligence is a noun here which means लापरवाही, neglect, carelessness, oversight, inattention, disregard. Disregard, inattention, oversight, carelessness, neglect is called negligence. Negligence means लापरवाही. लापरवाही. Next, detain. Detain is a verb here which means arrest. Detain करना, गिरफ्तार करना. Detain is a verb here which means गिरफ्तार करना, arrest करना, hold, capture, confine, control, restrain. Restrain करना is called drain. Drain करना means गिरफ्तार करना. Next, so far. So far is a phrase which means thus far, अब तक. So far. Next, highlighted. Highlighted is a verb here which means प्रमुखता से दिखाना, highlight करके दिखाना, underline करना, underscore, call attention to, focus attention on, stress on, emphasize on. Next, irony. Irony is a noun here which means विडंबन. Irony. Paradox. Irony means paradox, paradoxical nature, incongruity, incongruousness, incongruity, incongruousness, peculiarity, 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 incongruousness, incongruity, paradoxical nature, paradoxical. is called irony. Irony means vidambana. Next, penal. Penal is an adjective which means penal is an adjective here which means dandaniye. Dandaniye, penal, punitive, punishing, severe, strict, disciplinary. Disciplinary, corrective. Corrective, disciplinary, strict, severe, punishing, punitive is called penal. Means dandaniye. Next, invoke. Invoke is a verb here which means put into effect. Invoke is a verb here which means put into effect. Restore to. Resort to, use, put to use. Means इस्तेमाल करना. इस्तेमाल करना, invoke करना. Put into effect. Restore to, use करना, इस्तेमाल करना, invoke करना किसी को. Put into use. Next, forgery. Forgery is a noun here which means jalsasi. Forgery it means a fake, counterfeit. Forgery means a fake, counterfeit, imitation, falsification, imitation, counterfeit, fake, sham. Forgery is called forgery. Jalsasi means shadyantra, conspiracy. Next, whereas is a conjunction here which means used for showing a fact that is different. Jabki. Whereas means jabki. Whereas is a conjunction here which means jabki, used for showing a fact that is different. Used for showing a fact that is different is called whereas. Next, lead to. Lead to is a verb here which means वजह बनना, cause, give rise to, result in, bring about is called lead to. Next, fatality. Fatality is a noun here which means death, mortality, casualty, mrityu sankhya. Fatality is a noun here which means mrityu sankhya. Fatality means death, mortality, casualty. Next, activist is a noun here which means karyakarta, campaigner, reformer, demonstrator, campaigner, reformer is called activist. Next, summon is a verb here which means invite. Summon is a verb here which means बुलाना. Summon means officially किसी को बुलाना is called summon. Invite, to order a person to come to a place. To order a person to come to a place is called summon. Summon करना, बुलाना means officially किसी को बुलाना. Next, aggrieved is an adjective here which means offended. Aggrieved means पीड़ित. Aggrieved is an adjective here which means पीड़ित, व्यथित, पीड़ित. Offended, upset, peeved, injured is called aggrieved. Aggrieved is an adjective here which means पीड़ित, offended, upset, peeved, injured. Next, purported is an adjective here which means kathit. Purported is an adjective here which means kathit. Supposed, alleged, ostensible, so-called, ostensible, alleged, supposed is called purported. Next, falsehood is a noun here which means a lie. Falsehood means झूठ, a lie, falsehood. Next, seek is a verb here which means ask for something from someone. मांगना. Seek means ask for ask for something from someone is called seek, means mangna. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.